From King James's quest for another shiny ring, to his possible retirement from basketball altogether, here's what's next for LeBron James's legacy after this series is over. I wouldn't be good at my job if I didn't kick things off by talking about his chances of winning another ring in LA. After the Lakers started their 2023 campaign with a record 2-10, they were the laughingstock of the NBA, and LeBron made it clear that he wasn't going to go out like that. So he put his LeGM hat on, and soon the Lakers roster was completely revamped. Before anyone knew it, they earned themselves the 7th seed and took down the Grizzlies and the Warriors in 6 games. Sure, they got swept by the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals, but the fact that LA got to that point as a 7th seed was remarkable. Not to mention, the current roster hadn't played much together before the 2023 playoffs, except for James and Anthony Davis, and that's exactly why Lakers fans have nothing to be worried about. Once the squad plays a full season together, they'll start to mesh and they're gonna be scary. So there's no need for LeBron to lose hope at all. I mean, if they made it this far in 2023, imagine how much damage they'll do in 2024. AD's in his prime, James is still elite, and the rest of the squad's spectacular. Don't count them out just yet, because there's a solid chance LeBron gets ring number 5 in 2024. But the thing is, the 4-time champ's growing impatient, and a good chance at winning it all isn't enough to satisfy the king. He needs the team to be perfect to guarantee himself a couple more rings. So he has to convince the front office to strengthen the roster even more. And the key to that is adding another star to the squad. LA does have a lot of players and picks that they can use to land another phenomenal player. And I'm thinking something along the lines of a package that would send Kyrie Irving to the Lakers. The King and Kyrie will forever be known as one of the greatest duos in NBA history, and it's clear as day that they both want to play alongside each other again. Plus, LA can easily put together a deal that the Mavs would love. If the Lakers offered Dallas D'Angelo Russell, Wenyen Gabriel, Mo Bamba, and a few picks, the Mavs would probably send Irving to LA in a heartbeat. And most importantly, the trade would work out well for both franchises. Kyrie is exactly what the LeBron-led Lakers need. A point guard who can take care of playmaking while being an offensive juggernaut. If you add him to a team that has King James and Davis, that spells trouble for the rest of the league. And honestly, I don't see LeBron losing with Irving by his side. So James has to push for the Kyrie trade because that's his best chance at winning rings. But it's not only the Lakers' backcourt that the King should look to improve. After all, their frontcourt needs to work too. Outside of AD, the Lakers don't have a legitimate big man who can hold things down when the Brow's on the bench. And that's why LA needs to get a hold of a solid center before the 2024 season. Or else the non-AD minutes will continue to be a nightmare for LeBron's Lakers. But what are the possible options? Well, James needs to recruit either Nikola Vucevic or Jakob Poeltl. They're both fantastic, big, and they can play alongside Anthony in the starting lineup, or even during the non-AD minutes. If LeBron can get LA's front office to make these changes, then it's game over for the rest of the league. But let's say they aren't able to do all that. Does that mean the 4-time champ's gonna demand a trade? Probably not, but I think he should. Sure, he's still a beast on both ends of the floor, but let's be real for a sec. He's no spring chicken anymore. And while he can still do a lot of crazy things when he's out there, there's times when it's clear that his age is catching up to him. Just look at the wide-open dunk he missed against the Nuggets in the 2023 Conference Finals. It served as a reminder to everyone that he won't be elite forever. And that's exactly why he needs to leave LA if they don't improve. The only way LeBron can win more rings and surpass Jordan is if he's on a spectacular team. I mean, the Lakers wasted a near 40-point triple-double from him against Denver in the 2023 playoffs. So if King James really wants to take his legacy to the next level, he has to force his way to a team that'll guarantee him at least 2 more rings. But where can he even be traded? Most teams can't put together a trade package that the Lakers would accept. At the same time, though, you can't underestimate the power of LeBron. If he says he wants to go to another team, LA will have no choice but to send him there no matter what. And given the fact that James is always in a win-now mode, he should either demand a trade with the Heat or even the Bucks. Imagine how much damage LeBron would do alongside Jimmy B and Bam in Miami, or the havoc he'd wreak if he was paired with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Heck, what if he joined forces with D-Mitch on the Cavs, or even De'Aaron Fox in Sacramento? I know I probably sound crazy right now, but you never know what can happen in the NBA, and stranger things have happened. But hey, even if he ends up staying on a Lakers team that isn't retooled all that much, at least he has a chance to accomplish something that no one else ever has. Yep, I'm talking about him making it past 40,000 points. Did you know that back in February of 2023, LeBron broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record? On February 7th, James passed Kareem for the NBA's all-time regular season scoring list with 38,387 points. It was a night to remember. But do you know what would be even more memorable? James being the first player to score 40,000-plus regular season points. After the 2023 season, the 19-time All-Star is on the verge of hitting the 40,000 mark, and he'll easily surpass it in 2024. Hopefully, after passing that mark, he keeps adding to the record so that it can never be beaten. That'll go a long way in helping LeBron in the GOAT debate once it's all said and done. You know what else will happen to the King in that debate? Him being the first player to ever rack up 50,000 career points. In case you forgot, LeBron's the leading scorer in NBA playoff history. And if you combine his regular season points total with the number of points he scored in the playoffs, then he's nearing the 50,000 mark. Yep, you heard that right. As long as King James has a few more seasons like his 2023 campaign, he'll end up with over 50,000 career points. That's straight up ridiculous. But let's not forget that James has other things on his mind as well, including the fact that he wants to play at least 1 year with his son Bronny. Everyone knows that this is one of LeBron's life goals, and he's told everyone that he'll go to the team that drafts his son. If he stays true to his word, whichever team lands Bronny automatically gets James. And that's one of the reasons why several teams are dying to draft the young prospect. If it happens, they'll make history. No father-son duo has ever laced him up for the same team at the same time. And that's why everyone's hoping LeBron's dream becomes a reality. But of course that can't happen if the King decides to retire. After the Lakers got swept by the Nuggets in the 2023 playoffs, James told reporters, "Just with me personally, going forward with the game of basketball, I got a lot to think about." Thanks to this cryptic message, NBA fans have been going wild, because it seems as if LeBron's open to retiring from the sport. Sure, he hasn't confirmed anything yet, but the fact that he's implying retirement's on the table is just crazy. I mean, he has so much gas left in the tank. Not only can he play for a few more years, but he can do so at the highest level. Plus, fans want to see him be Bronny's teammate, so hopefully he's ready to rock and roll for the 2024 season. But if he isn't, the NBA just won't feel the same. So, from his possible retirement from basketball altogether, to King James's quest for another shiny ring, that's what's next for LeBron James's legacy after this series is over.